Zion shall be fulfilled. We say we're going to seek his face in our affliction. We're going to seek him early. So when this affliction that he put upon us for breaking his laws, statutes, commandments, and we coming back to his laws, statutes, commandments to be above all nations, as it says in Deuteronomy 28:1, and the only way, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, all power. Verse 20, 2 Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. The book's going to be opened before the firmament. What book's going to be opened? Let's find out. Revelations 20 and 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open. Remember, it says the books will be open in the firmament. Open before the firmament. And they shall see all together. So when these books going to be open, so we're going to see all together. And the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works, according to the things that you have done in these mortal bodies. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it. And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, which you have done. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. No more death and hell will be cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. That's when we're going to receive everlasting life. When death and hell will be cast into the lake of fire. And whoso was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. That's the end result. Poof, you go. That's it. So let's continue. Second Ezra 6 and 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. Oh yeah. This is happening right now. Young children, not even year old, speaking. And the children of a year, you know it's getting closer, y'all. Of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old. And they shall live and be raised up. Wow. A woman going to be carrying a baby 3 to 4 months and have that baby, and that baby going to live. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The places where the farmland is. And we see that now. If you go across the country, I remember years and years ago, America was flourishing with crops. Now the ground is good for nothing. Can't even plant on it because the earth is defiled and the habits thereof. It's messed up. It's jacked up. But that's part of the curse that the Most High put upon them. Isaiah 24 and 5. It said, the earth also is defiled under the habits thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. I mean, that's how it's going to be, people. That's what it says. Going back to 2 Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The four storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So, meaning that you ain't gonna find no crops. The stores, your neighborhood Walmart is gonna be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. That's that air raid sound. That's that air raid sound. So the store's gonna be empty, no food. You're gonna be buying nothing. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Every man's hand gonna be against his neighbor, says. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Wow. I'm gonna hold back the spring of the springs of the rivers for 3 hours. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. Here, I'm going to read you again. Whosoever remaineth, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. He says, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. When we already said in verse 9, he said, for Esau is the end of the world. Once again, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So there are those that are questioning the fact that the so-called white man is not Esau. So it's got to be somebody that's going to take them down. The technology that they have is going to supersede the technology of the so-called white man to be able to take them down. And I beg to differ. And this says Esau is the end of the world. What does he say here? In verse 25, second Ezra, the 6th chapter. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Whose world? Esau's world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. I mean, and be alive. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Liars gonna be quenched. Evil gonna be put out. No more. Listen, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared. It's going to be declared. It's going to be pronounced amongst everyone, this truth. And when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little upon him before whom I stood, and those words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. And that's where we at now. We in the night, people. Listen, Isaiah 60:2. But if you don't understand this, then you just think, okay, this depend on this world to get you through in these times that we're reading about. And let you know that Esau is the end of the world. Depend on them to get you through. Or whoever besides the Most High and Mashiach, you will find yourself in a world of trouble. That's why I said, you know, he says in 2 Ezra 6:30, and these words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. Okay? Now, here we are now. It says in Isaiah 60:2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. So when it's dark, it's night. You know, just hip talk. Say, for darkness shall cover the earth, which is ignorance. So I'm going to show you the time of the ignorance to come. And evil. And gross darkness, gross ignorance, gross people, say, and gross darkness the people. Gross ignorance the people. But the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. See that? Only a certain elect few. So now we already seen that Esau's the end of the world. So what did he tell Esau? Told Esau this in Isaiah 47 and 5. It says, sit thou silent. So he said, shut up, shut your big mouth, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. America ain't gonna never be called the lady of kingdoms. And O daughter of Chaldeans, dealing with daughter of Babylon. As we read in verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. No different than what he tells us in verse 5. Sit thou silent. Should be quiet. And get thee into darkness. Get thee into this night that Ezra is seeing. This ignorance. This evil time that happened when they came into power, as it is written. Say, sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Okay? Now, he says he's going to show Ezra in verse 30 of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the night to come. So now we see he told Esau, well, I got to prove it because y'all, a lot of you might be new. You might not really understand why it is that I'm saying the daughter of Babylon and the daughter of the Chaldees represent the Edomite nation, or the so-called white race. Well, when you understand the Most High created all the nations, everybody knows that. Esau gave him a different name than the biblical name, but we're going to look for this daughter of Babylon right quick. So you know that I'm not just calling them out verbatim of something that's not true. Psalms 137, we're going to read 7 to 9. Psalms 137, 7 to 9. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom. Now we're looking for who's the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. Because the Babylonians, Chaldeans, Cushites, they are the same. Ethiopians. So-called Ethiopians. Okay? Now, Psalms 137 and 7 to 9. It says, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. They burned our temples down. When the Babylonians came, the Ethiopians came to take us into captivity for 70 years. Our brothers burned our temples down. We couldn't go back. It says, O daughter of Babylon. See? Who are the daughter of Babylon? Remember, O Most High, verse 7, the children of Edom. Who are they? Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall it be that take the reward of thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall it be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones, like they dashed thy little ones against the stone. This would happen. So, it's no marvel that, I mean, what goes around comes around. I mean, this is what they done. So just like you did it to us, you're gonna reward you just like you rewarded us. How you reward us? By doing that to us. You know, how to prove. I have a book here. It's called A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas. here, you see a lot of pictures in this book here. This book here. You see they have a lot of pictures that they drew. And you can see. So we're going to reward them as they rewarded us. You can see them. I just want to get that one picture that you can see. We have on the poster. They say a picture worth 1,000 words, right? So when you understand, and I mean they drew the pictures if I could find them. I think I'm going to have to find them and then mark them so I can get to them real quick. Be patient with me, please. Here it is. Here it is, right there. There it is. You see that? Okay. Burning us to the stake and dashing the baby against the stone. So that's what's going to happen. That's just how it is. That's how the Most High will bring forth true judgment upon what they have done to his chosen people. Isaiah 13:16. Isaiah 13:16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Raped. So the house is going to be robbed and their wives going to be raped. That's what it says. You can't change it. The same thing happened to us. You know, everybody have opportunity. But if you do not come back to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, then the judgment is going to be as it is written. And the Most High took the righteous and the wicked of the Israelites, his chosen people, into captivity, slavery, and bondage. So everybody got to pay for what their wicked ancestors and the ones that's on the earth now and going to come in the future. If the Most High don't send a Mashiach back here to redeem us off this wicked land, you got to pay for that also. Nobody getting away with anything. Believe you me. So now, going back to Ezra, 6th chapter, and it says in verse 30, and these words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. That's the darkness, that's the ignorance, and the evil. Let's get the evil, because when you read in 1 Maccabees, the 1st chapter, this is before Mashiach came on the earth, when the Greeks came into power. Alexander the Greek reigned from 20 years old to 32 years old for 12 years. He set up his 4 generals. We went through Daniel 7th chapter last week. So now, once they came into power, in 1 Maccabees, the 1st chapter, the 9th verse, it says, and after his death, after Alexander the Greek death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils will multiply in the earth. That's what it says. Evils will multiply in the earth when they came into power. So you look around and see what's going on right now, you think it's not evil in the earth compared to what's right according to the word of the Most High? Oh yes. We've broken all the laws of the Most High. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra, 6th chapter. Y'all still with me? All right. I'm glad one person is with me. Okay. All right. Okay. So now, 2nd Ezra 6, verse 31. If thou wilt pray yet more, and fast 7 days, again, I shall tell thee greater things by day than I have heard. Excuse me. I told him to fast 7 days and pray. Fast and pray for 7 days. So he tell him greater things than what he heard. That he heard. See, for thy voice is heard before the Most High. For the mighty have seen thy righteousness, thy righteous dealing. He hath seen also thy chastity, which thou hast had ever since thy youth. So the Most High been watching him since his youth. And therefore hath he sent me to show thee all these things, and to say unto thee, be of good comfort, and fear not. He sent the angel, Uriel, to show Ezra's good comfort. He told him, don't fear. Verse 34, and hasten not with the times that are past, to think vain things. So don't think about what has happened in the past, to think vain things, work things that don't matter. That thou mayest not hasten from the latter times. He's giving the last days, where we at now, people. And it came to pass after this, that I wept again, and fasted 7 days in like manner, that I might fulfill the 3 weeks which he told me. He was crying. He was sad. So how are we going to be all uppity when he says the things that he's seeing in these last days? He said he cried. And it came to pass after this that I wept. He cried again. Verse 36. And in the 8th night was my heart vexed within me again, and I began to speak before the Most High. For my spirit was greatly set on fire, and my soul was in distress. And I said, O Most High, thou spakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and said thus, let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was a perfect word. That's right. Went all the way back to the beginning. In the beginning was the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua behind him. And he had a Mashiach Yahushua create the worlds. That's why it says, thy word was a perfect word. And then was the Spirit, and darkness and silence were on every side. Darkness and silence was on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet formed, but his spirit was there. Then commandeth thou a fair light to come forth of thy creatures, that thy work might appear. Upon the second day that's the first 1,000 years. And this goes right along with Genesis, the first chapter. Upon the second day thou madest the spirit of the firmament. Let me read it again, because a lot of that probably went over your head. Upon the second day thou madest the spirit of the firmament, and commanded it to part asunder, and to make a division between the waters, that the one part might go up and the other remain beneath. That's why I say you need a real chalkboard to really explain this. See this. Upon the third day, the third 1,000th year, thou didst command that the waters should be gathered in the 7th part of the earth. 6 parts hast thou dried up and kept them, to the intent that of these some being planted of the Most High, until might serve thee, bringing forth the land on the earth. For as soon as thy word went forth, the work was made. Yeah. So this happened. We know it happened because we're here now seeing the last results of how it's been destroyed. It has been destroyed. as we're talking now. Look, this is what he said in Isaiah 54:16. He said, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire like a blacksmith. He blowing the coals in the fire to make it hot. And that bringeth forth an instrument of his work. Right? And I have created the waster to destroy. He created the waster to destroy. That's why I said, he said, let the multitude perish then, which were born in vain. He made the waster to be destroyed. He made the waster to be destroyed. That's why I mean, everything has a purpose. And everything's in order. How it's supposed to be. We're the ones that's out of order because we've been disenfranchised from our heritage. We don't know who we are. We don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. That's why it's time to come back, people. It's time to wake up, come out of this darkness to this marvelous light, so that we can make this great transformation. Look, he says in 2 Ezra 8 and 3. 2 Ezra 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So there be many created, but few shall be saved. Few gonna be saved, people. Second Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Get that? Don't start like loving, throwing out rose petals and everything gonna be jolly. And happy. It says, the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Remember, Esau's the end of the world. It's a day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Hear that? It's going to be the time that immortality is going to be offered to those that are going to follow the righteousness of the Most High and learn how to control their vessel so they're not doing something contrary to make themselves sick, to make yourself without the faith that you should have, don't have the peace of a Mashiach Yahushua, crying about being dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction. Things aren't going right for you, so you're going to give up. No, you got to get more and more into your faith. You got to fast and pray. You got to get rid of them spirits. You got to fast and pray. You got to fast and pray. You got to fast and pray. That's the only way you can get rid of them spirits. Those are spirits. Because you feeling like that, you're the child of the devil. The devil has you at his will. Come on. Understand, that's what his job is to do. To do what? What does he do? Y'all know what he do. What the devil come to do. Nobody else. St. John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. So I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. See, come on, what does he do? That's what the devil do. He's a thief. He's going to steal your joy. He's going to steal your happiness. He'll steal everything about you. That's why so many people are misery. Misery loves company. Leave your misery right there where it's at. Misery loves company. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. How about glory to the Most High, that we see another day to get it right. Look, 2 Ezra 5 and 8. First Peter's 5 and 8. Excuse me. First Peter's 5 and 8. First Peter's 5 and 8. Be sober. Be focused. Don't be no drunk. Don't be no alcoholic. Or no. You definitely don't be no dealing with no drugs. It says be sober. Be vigilant. Because your adversary, your enemy, the devil, as a roaring lion ready to pounce on something and kill it, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Yes. Where's he at on the earth? We can go back to Job, first chapter. He said, where you been, Satan? He said, I've been going up and down, to and fro, and up and down in the earth. Right on the earth. Say, whom resist the devil, he shall flee. Rebuke the devil, he shall flee. Say, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. To say, we all going through some kind of affliction, but you got to know how to get through it. To get the victory, we're supposed to be getting the victory. We're not supposed to be no losers. So I ain't calling them losers. We call them those that get the victory. So we're supposed to be getting the victory. Always. And never falling short. And you'll see when your faith is strong, you'll see that you please the Most High, make even your enemies be at peace with you. Those enemies are the ones that Satan will get in their minds and have them come and deal with you. You don't want to be caught up with this people. You want to make sure that you're on solid ground, a great foundation. And that foundation is Mashiach Yahushua. Look at Romans 5 and 11.